I have mentioned in Arabic a video, and I need to say it right now for you in English, in mean of respect to you, of course. And I made a comparison between Saddam Hussein, Muamer al-Gaddafi, and Bashar al-Assad. Muammar al-Gaddafi is representing the Libyan, the same faith, the same sector of religion, regardless of his time. He ruled for 4 decades. Okay, fine, you can consider him a dictator. A dictator, don't want anyone else to he has a group, fine. At the end, when there was a revolution from the people, the West, everyone interfered and killed him. He did this crime and he did this crime and okay, fine. And when we go on, there will be a big debate about Muammar al-Gaddafi. May Allah bless all the souls of all Muslims. And this is to do with Judgment Day and before Allah. No one questioned that the man is a Muslim, regardless. Dictator, he's a result of things happened in the 60s and the 70s, the nation, the Arabian parties, and I'm here not talking about it, Jamal Abdel Nasser and things like that, and establishing the so-called Israeli, everyone is called as Arab, and the West is, regardless, Sykes-Picot and things like that. You go to Saddam Hussein. The Iraq country was settled and everything is fine, and he have nothing to do with 11 September, the inside job, and he represent a good leader, especially if you study Sykes-Picot on what happened last century, and the Persian who are occupying Baluchistan, Khuzestan and Kurdistan, fighting at the border between Khuzestan and Iraq. And the man represented everyone, and he was the leader of so many groups, authentic race group, authentic religion group, not like others, not like the following example. And no, they interfered, okay, and they did all of these crimes. The so-called Israeli state attacked him. Those who are right now, I'm not going to talk about Kuwait, it's disgusting even. And all these crimes happened, okay, in Iraq, and they executed this person and destroyed his family. Now, this is not even like Muammar. This is a crime, illegal crime, attacking a country and a government and destroying it. And there was no demonstration whatsoever because there is a dictatorship. Well, and even in Libya, there was a dictatorship. The majority don't want this person who is from them. In Iraq, it's a different case. I think the man did it. I believe it is the truth that he did a great job. When you go and study everything about and concerning this borders of a country called Iraq, we go to the Syrian regime. This president of the Syrian regime is from a minority group that are not representing not from Syria, okay? And here's the result, a terrible result to what happened before. Do you know in Saudi Arabia and Gulf State, those who criticized Bashar al-Assad at 2013, 2012, they were under the focus and the spot, and you wouldn't believe that I used to say some good things about the man for one reason, so that they wouldn't stop me from escaping. This is one of the reasons, or they wouldn't persecute me. I understand that this is hard for you to believe. So, yes. I even when I came here to England, because there is some of my, and I need to admit, my opinions about those who are creating terror and how they should be treated. Some would say that this man is legitimizing the terror, what the terrorists are doing, especially at 2012 when I'm sending. No, I'm just saying their reaction. Now, this president, he is from a minority, ruling a majority who he do not share their faith, their sector of belief. No, he do not, or their authentic group. It's a different situation from Libya and Iraq, and they protected the man. Decade of massacres, and he's there. It is not about the human right. Do you think? There is one of the examples, and the examples are a lot. There was two, an old man and an old woman. Can you see, if you are in your country and you have a friend or whatever, unless if you don't, family, and you have two lovely parents, and they said, we don't want you, Bashar, you and your father. They arrested him, and they took some videos on them while they are slashed, and the woman is screaming, and the father the mother herself and the father, the man, old folks. And then do you know what they did? There is another video. Now don't question what I am saying. They did far worse crimes than this, like the militia coming to Syria and things like that. So if the Saudis, some Saudi Ismaili, among them the real Israelis, go to Iraq and fought to defend the real native Iraqi among the Iraqi citizens who are Ismaili and Israeli, this unrealistic border is like taking England and split it to 6 Cantonian states, or France. This is a crime. Oh, this is considered a terror. Why those Gulf states come and attack Iraq? They want to defend their own people. The same race, the same faith, same everything. No, this is terror. They shouldn't cross the border, and all Gulf states regime gonna help us against them. When you go to Syria, the militia coming from Afghanistan, raping and beheading children, the Lor, who are calling themselves Shia, who are intruder in Afghanistan, from Lebanon, this Cantonian state, unrealistic state, which represent Gog Magog crusades. It was a center, and France allowed it to happen. I mean, this is Gog Magog. This is the devil. This is how it is. Hezbollah, the so-called Shiite group, attacking Shiite of Ahlul Bayt, definitely Shiite of the Tawhid, attacking Syria and beheading the children and doing unbelievable crime. This is militias coming from outside and helping this occupational regime. Russia, oh, the crimes of Russia. I don't want even to start talking about the crime of Russia. I'm not talking about the history. Chechnya, Afghanistan. No. Syria. Even Syria, it's a long story. Everyone knows about it. Terrible. Militia coming from Iran, and they are there in Syria, and everyone is saying he's fighting terror. The militia are fine to enter and do all sorts of unbelievable crime. This old man and this old woman at the other video were hanged after being slashed, and the mother is, the lady. No, please. You betrayed your president. You betrayed Syria. And they hang them only for saying we don't want you to be our president. Our 55 decades of dictatorship. Your father ruled, and then it's a republic. How dare you do this to us? And all crimes that occurred in the 80s, no one interfered. Human right talked about Iraq, talked about Syria, talked about Libya, but they interfered where? In Iraq, illegally, a crime, attacking and invading Iraq. And everyone took advantage and helped. Not everyone, the dark group. Look at it, starting from the so-called Iran state. And you go and look at Muamer. Okay, the people revolted. They interfered. Okay, fine. Yes, no, wrong from this category, this point of view. This is another topic. But there is a big debate, dialogue. The man, they don't want him for decades. Syria, no. They interfered to make it a universe war against the Syrian people. And when the reaction occurred in Iraq or Syria, Wahhabis, Daesh, Najdi. Unbelievable. The Holy Land, the so-called Israelis, we are here in Tel Aviv, in peace, and look at Syria. Look at Iraq. It's you, because of you, Goyim, Gentile Gam. Oh my goodness, these people really think that they are Israelis. Ya Ilahi, this gone. And the so-called Shiite. Look at the Sunni Nawasib. Their countries. And we are... Did you understand my point? Human rights interfering. They're the political power in the West, starting from the West, only interfere when it's suitable for them. Yeah, the way we want it. It's worse, far worse in Syria. Keep the regime. Gulf states the same. Human right, go to the minority who are intruders, support them. It's suitable for us. The majority, no. Yeah, do give them all support. Put the pressure on all Gulf states, Moroccan regimes. Yeah, destroy them. The natives, the people of the land. Yeah, give the minority everything, who are intruders. Let them destroy. Yeah, all sorts of threats. Yeah, in the majority, and I'm one of them, the natives. Fuck their life. It's a personal case. My explanation is all about personal case, honestly. Yeah. My suffering is represented represented in this video, and I wish that you wouldn't delete my video. Thank you very much.